BTS Paved the Way? Why is it so hard to accept?
BTS paved the way for K-pop. It is a fact, but also a controversial thing to say. So how is it that there is so much disagreement? First of all, I think we all need to make sure we're talking about...
I bet the disagreement is because of all the people that came before them that launched into what K-pop was and created the whole K-pop scene. What BTS did was blow that whole thing to smithereens.
I mean,
because they took a proven method and took what the proven method of the industry was and said, no, we're going to do it a different way. It was a big hit.
got you.
Because
Okay.
their label allowed them to actually have the creativity to not follow what we're telling you to do, as long as you guys all do it together, and you'll be able to get it out. So they did it completely different. They were allowed the creative freedom that the rest seemingly weren't. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Because of how rigorous and how
I mean, you
structured
can't get mad. That shit just worked.
it did.
Like,
They are the modern day Beatles, essentially. For what the Beatles did
yeah.
in their time. I'm not comparing them to the Beatles. I'm saying for what the Beatles did then, they did to
I see
K-pop.
what I see what
They
you're saying.
revitalized what it means to succeed in K-pop.
Yeah, because that BTS merch be selling like the Beatles merch.
It's not just the merch; it's their method
Yeah.
on the way they approached and
Their
how they did it.
their music, everything.
Just the way they keep their whole group together, the way they solve everything as a team, the way they have to talk everything out.
That's a lot of egos to manage, man.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Like the fact that if there's two members fighting, they all sit down and talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not just you two figure it out.
Like, bro, like
It's
that's
all right. What's going on? Their method and the way they do things changed how K-pop should be done because it's proven success.
True.
But not everybody can do it that way.
You got a point there, man.
Because you have to be willing to swallow some form of your pride to be able to perform and succeed in a group like
sacrifice.
This. Exactly.
You got to sacrifice something.
You have to sacrifice some of your personal for the betterment of the group.
Fair enough.
Until you get to the point where the group is to the point where now it's going to benefit the individual more than the group. Pretty much where they're at now.
Okay, I can see you on that.
Where the group is, no matter what they do, the group is fine.
Fine, yeah.
Even when they do individual stuff, they're distinguished from the group. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
Like if you see RM, it's still RM, even though you know it's BTS. But you know it's him doing his single stuff. Or if it's Jimin singing. Or if it's each individual member.
Okay.
They have the notoriety, but it's not just BTS driving them. They have their own success and their own talents to get them there. Yeah. But the group got them to that point.
Give them a Grammy.
Oh, they should have had the Grammy.
Like, give them the damn Grammy.
Grammy should have
about the same thing first. Paving the way simply means making it easier for something to happen or someone to do something. Paving the way doesn't mean inventing something. You are not building the road from scratch. You're just paving a road which is very hard to walk through, making it easier for others to walk behind you. So when we say BTS paved the way,
that's what I mean.
Fair point.
They showed the way that it needs to be done or should be done to make
that's a fair point
for the group.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I can't.
No, of course they didn't invent K-pop.
No.
There. Yeah. What they did was take the proven method and made it way more.
Yeah.
Mean that BTS invented K-pop or entered the global music market first. We just mean that BTS made it easier for K-pop acts to enter the global music market. K-pop was a growing interest before BTS, but it was still a very niche thing. Now, however, K-pop is part of conversations about pop culture because BTS are mainstream. It was only after BTS entered the Billboard charts when Billboard created charts only for K-pop. It was only after BTS started winning Western award shows when Western award shows created K-pop categories. It was only after BTS won their first American award for top social artist when K-pop acts opened Twitter accounts because BTS were nominated for their Twitter engagement. It was only after BTS debuted in American television when K-pop acts started being invited to American television. It was only after BTS started getting Grammy nominations when K-pop acts started submitting.
It's just that because of how big BTS got. They forced K-pop to be seen.
You know, a lot of people are a lot of y'all not gonna like me for this opinion I'm about to say, but I compare this to the whole like K-pop didn't start getting like the global recognition until BTS.
Because BTS landed in the American market.
It's the same way for it's the same way how people want to say, oh, Nicki Minaj paved the way for female rappers. She'd put in work, but just in my opinion, when I was growing up and when Nicki was like in her prime, you didn't really hear many other female rappers.
No, you really didn't. But Nicki was the one promoted.
But then when Cardi B started coming out, you had a new female rapper every 2 months. So I just think there's a pattern there. I'm not saying Cardi B is better than Nicki Minaj. I'm not saying Cardi B's the queen. I'm just saying
Cardi B made it easier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because you got to see where Cardi B came. She was a stripper. Then she was on Love and Hip Hop. Now she's like
the sad part is, but the way that she's showing them how to do it,
yeah, I get
in a good way.
But like, I get
people. I see your point.
I get it, but it's like Cardi B came from working in strip clubs. Then she went on a reality TV show. Now she's got hit singles on the rate. Like, you can't be mad at the grind.
No. But she's also gives the machine what it wants.
Yeah, I'm not saying like she's the number one female role model in the world. I'm not saying that.
You're saying she knows how to play the game.
That's what I'm saying. She played the game and she freaking
plays it well.
She knows how to hustle.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly. She just worked the system to her advantage. That's all I'm saying.
And she showed other females how to work the system to their advantage. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
May not be the way we all like.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like trying her as the global female role model for all. That's not what I'm saying.
But she showed how to make it easier.
Exactly. Yeah.
Their songs to the Grammys. It was only after BTS's fandom requested to have their albums on stores like Target when K-pop started selling their albums in stores like Target. It was only after BTS became the biggest group in the world when K-pop groups had the opportunity to sign with American labels. BTS paved the way because without them, K-pop would have remained a niche interest and wouldn't have the global platform.
So wait, so you're saying that they're pioneers of this?
Who, BTS?
Yeah, K-pop. Like pretty much like paving the way. Like what this, like people now they see more of K-pop because of them.
Yes, because what they did is
it's more well known because of them.
Because they made it worldwide.
And also
they forced eyeballs onto K-pop.
Early,
so they're pioneers of that part.
Essentially.
Early in their career, they had the opportunity to go like are they mainstream right now? Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there's a difference between being there's a difference between being mainstream and selling out. They didn't sell out.
Oh no.
Because they had the chance early to sign with American labels, and they said no. We're gonna work here.
It's a good thing.
And then we're gonna build ourselves up.
Oh my god. That was. It would have been miserable if they did that.
So like they put K-pop labels. They help make K-pop labels more known. So it's like anytime I'm sure like even though English is not their first language, I'm sure by now like they speak it perfectly.
I'm sure.
I'm sure by now they speak it perfectly.
Just because of how.
So I guarantee you, they could probably say, "All right, we're not going to make any more songs in Korean or Japanese. We're going to straight just do music all English." They could have done that with any time within like the last 5 years, probably.
They wanted to.
But it's like Krishna. Krishna could say fucking just do songs in English, but he stays loyal to where he came from.
Yeah,
they're staying loyal to. They're not forgetting where they came from.
And that's
so
respect.
It's just,
for that.
Yeah, it's just respect.
Yeah.
They have today thanks to BTS. So what are the arguments against the phrase BTS paved the way?
Hyundai Sonata versus
okay,
Toyota
thanks for
Camry.
that.
I guess that's one
Hyundai
argument.
Sonata wins every time.
First is that the second generation paved the way. For more context, we need to understand that K-pop has different generations. The first generation came around the 1990s and is composed of artists like Seo Taiji, who basically invented K-pop by introducing American music styles and music equipment to South Korea. And entertainment agencies were inspired by the Japanese idol industry to create the K-pop idol training system, in which singers train for years to debut in a group. The second generation started around the early 2000s 2000s, and it was when K-pop became known as a niche interest in countries outside of South Korea. The third generation is K-pop slowly entering the global music market. BTS is part of this generation. The fourth generation starts in 2017, after BTS became the most popular group in the world. So the argument is that without the first and second generation of K-pop, BTS wouldn't even exist and be as popular as they are today. However, absolutely no one is denying that these big first and second generation K-pop acts helped BTS become a group, because the members were part of the idol training system, and without it, they wouldn't even have met. But it was not because of the K-pop system that BTS became global artists. If this was the case, other bigger groups at the time with way more resources should have become global instead of them. BTS became global artists because they and their almost bankrupt label were rejected opportunities in the K-pop industry, and they were forced to find their own out-of-the-norm creative ways to promote themselves. The first and second generation helped BTS exist as a group, but they didn't pave the way because they didn't make it easier for BTS or anyone else in K-pop to enter the Western music market. They actually made
That's the big difference. The first two generations didn't make anything easier. You see what how they're saying?
Okay.
And when BTS came onto the scene, now it's making
They
it
they have
easier for
they have
groups
a
to get into it.
platform to make because they I see. Okay. Okay.
The first two generations were coming through and they were showing how to get things done, but they weren't making anything easier. In fact, it was probably making it harder because you felt like you had to be a certain way.
Certain. Well, okay. I can understand that.
And BTS proved that you could do it your own way after they got
I
together.
can understand that.
made it more difficult. This is why all the previous K-pop groups who attempted to enter the Western music market failed, and after their failures, no other K-pop group tried to enter too, including BTS. BTS accidentally entered the Western music market because their music and personalities became popular on Twitter and YouTube, a way of promotion that K-pop acts didn't seriously consider before. This should be enough proof that the second generation of K-pop didn't pave the way. They actually destroyed the way because no one dared to walk through that road again. Now, thanks to BTS, the way is paved, and K-pop groups have multiple opportunities to promote in the US.
Alright, Creole, much love. Take care.
Much love, Creole. Go get some sleep.
The second argument against is that Psy.
I gotta give credit to Psy. But that song Gangnam Style came out, bro.
But
that shit was everywhere.
Yeah.
he was a one hit.
What? Yep.
Yeah, you don't really hear.
There was only like one or two songs that got big over here that people, everybody would know.
Yeah.
Like Gangnam.
But like over there,
I'm sure he's huge.
boom. It's like Sean Paul.
But BTS has hit after hit after hit.
Exactly.
He keeps landing in the West.
Yeah.
Psy didn't. You see what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
So that's why I would still say BTS paved the way, just because you had one or two songs that hit in the West.
You're talking about the consistency.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
But you have to show consistently how to keep staying.
Yeah, I see.
In the West.
Yeah, it's hard to stay at the top.
Exactly.
It's hard.
Just because you can pop in the West once or twice,
can you stay there?
Can you stay relevant in the West?
Our goal is to get 2 super chats today. Yes, we had some left over from last week. That is our goal.
Paved the way because
I'm
Gangnam Style was.
I didn't say that Psy was a one-hit wonder. I'm saying that in America, not in America, but in the West, really.
And I see
it was like a one hit.
I see. Yeah,
he's huge over.
Yeah, it's like Sean Paul. Sean Paul had a couple big songs here, but I think Sean Paul's from the Caribbean.
I think so.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's like huge over there.
Right. I'm not saying Psy's huge.
Yeah,
he's a huge artist. I'm talking about the song that if you talk about if you ask 6 random people on the street if they know a Psy song,
yeah,
most of them, all of them are probably going to say Gangnam Style.
It's kind of like Krishna. Krishna is still not very well known in America, but like in India, the man's huge. Even Hemingway's huge over there. Like
right, Alina.
So. It just depends. We got about an hour and a half left. We try to get anything as timely fashion as we can.
And next week we're probably just having to record Saturday. So
yeah, so
a global hit, so he made K-pop be known globally. However, that is not paving the way. Gangnam Style was huge, but his musical career didn't see much growth in the Western and global music industry.
Which is Vito was just saying. It's the consistency they're talking about.
Yeah.
Industry. He was invited to American award shows, morning shows, late night shows, and he even had collaborations with Western artists. So he was the first in doing many things, but he didn't make it easier for other K-pop acts to debut in America.
Exactly.
The general public knew Gangnam Style, but many didn't even know his name or the country he was from. Psy said there were even people who thought my name was Gangnam Style. Some people overseas would say, "Hi Gangnam Style." Some did get to know about K-pop because of him, but since his future singles
decreased, I mean, you didn't even realize it was K-pop.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's hard to transition into different markets.
It's hard to be a trendsetter.
It's
hard to pave the way and show consistency with that.
in popularity amongst the general public, he stopped being invited to all of these shows. He was considered a one-hit wonder and a funny phenomenon that will disappear after some time, and that was what happened. And I know that racism and xenophobia played a big role in his downfall, so I don't think we should blame him at all. It's not that Psy didn't want to pave the way for others, it's that Psy couldn't pave the way. But K-pop fans can be mad about his situation while also not inventing a story of success and paving the way, discrediting BTS, the actual ones who paved the way, especially when BTS in 2017 also faced similar hardships and were also considered a weird phenomenon that will disappear after some time.
Put a hand down. Freaking miracle. Isn't that funny?
The difference is that they kept
Wait, what?
They said, "Put your hand down." It's freaking them. Wow. What artist? Because it was ruining their picture. Are you kidding me?
What is up with people, man?
That's the American press right there. Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
You know, my whole thing is, yeah, you got the right to free press, but you don't got the right to be.
Oh my goodness.
And you wonder why people don't want you taking pictures of them. You wonder why.
That's just wow.
Like,
because they were actually gaining fans, and these fans helped BTS win awards, perform on TV, sell their albums in American stores, and sell out stadiums. This made K-pop be known by the general public and actually be part of the American music industry, not just a funny guest. So Psy is the closer BTS can get of a Korean senior, but he didn't really experience BTS's level of popularity as artist, and he doesn't really know what it's like to help your country's music industry be part of pop culture conversations. BTS had to and did figure out by themselves how to stay in the worldwide music industry, and that's how they paved the way for others. They made the way easier.
Even American artists can't figure out how to stay in the worldwide music industry. How many American artists can't figure that shit out? You know what I mean?
man, dude, you got some American artists who like they just can't keep they can't make it to next week without doing some dumb shit.
No. It takes a lot of perseverance and staying true to yourself to be known worldwide.
Yeah. There's artists who are big in like their countries,
Right.
and then there's artists who are like global.
Like they transcend.
Yeah, exactly.
And you, no matter where they go,
or like someone living under a rock knows who the hell they are.
Exactly.
Like Eminem.
Yeah. Like I can't go anywhere. Like Snoop Dogg. Everybody knows who the hell Snoop Dogg is.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Madonna. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't realize I saw like a month ago. I did not realize how big Madonna was.
Oh, dude, she's huge.
I didn't realize how big she was. I thought she was like here. She's like low-key, she's like Beyonce big. I didn't realize she was that popular.
Like Metallica.
Yeah, it's like
there's certain bands and singers and stuff
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But not everybody gets to that level.
Exactly. Yeah.
AC/DC.
AC/DC is global.
Yeah.
To walk through, and they can give advice on how to do it, since it's a road they paved by themselves. The third argument against is that BTS only paved the way for the American music market, and that we shouldn't prioritize their American achievements when other countries exist. I think this argument comes from people with little knowledge in the music industry.
Dude, like what?
Honestly, because the sad part is if you become huge in the American industry, you're huge in every industry.
Yeah, it's what do they call New York like the media capital of the world?
Yeah.
I think that's literally New
It's
York
not that
City's
it's
nickname.
not that it's not that Americans drive it. It's just that the American media industry is so global huge
Yeah,
that if you get so big in the American industry, you're globally huge.
it spreads everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, yeah, that's another one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oh yeah. Shakira.
But that's what
I don't know if I'd say John Mayer. I don't know if I'd say.
I would say
I would say
John Mayer.
he's American big. I wouldn't know.
He's
I don't know if I could say global
or
global
he might
big.
be known in certain places, but he's
Yeah,
not
I
global.
like. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who, if you say John Mayer, they'll be like, who?
Beyonce,
Oh, Beyonce's
definitely,
Like
global.
Elvis
definitely.
Presley.
Elvis Presley was global. Yeah, yeah.
We like it or not, the American music industry is the
See, like
biggest
even
music
Nicki
market
Minaj, I
in the
wouldn't even
world.
say.
Yeah.
Its
I wouldn't
value
even
is
say
more
global.
than
I wouldn't say global with Nicki Minaj.
What about Cardi B? Everybody is just
I wouldn't say global with her yet either. Quite honestly, I'm trying to be fair.
I haven't heard people overseas. Maybe I'm just not on the internet like that. But it's when it with Nicki. She's huge here in America.
Oh shoot!
She's huge. I don't know. I've never heard say, "Oh, Europeans, oh, Nicki Minaj is coming to Europe." Like I've never seen that
A
on the
lot, a lot of
internet.
that is too, is because in Europe and stuff, it's harder for women to be
Sure, yeah,
Oh, Lil Wayne, of
Little
course.
Wayne's global.
Yeah.
Wayne's global.
You could take the top 10 greatest
Yeah.
rappers, and those are all global guys.
2 times bigger than
Lady
Japan.
Gaga.
Ed Sheeran's getting there. I wouldn't
What,
say he's global
what
yet.
about Lady Gaga?
He's just known so much. Lady Gaga, no, I wouldn't say that yet either. She's not Madonna level yet.
Not yet. Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, not yet.
Just, Justin Bieber's name is just because of how crazy he is, but not because of his talent.
I love how y'all just shouting out names right now.
The second
I think they're
biggest
all just
music
want our
market. And
opinions.
not
Yeah, they
only
just want our
that, but
opinions. I
unlike
love
other
it.
countries, America
love
creates a
y'all.
chain reaction. The
Yeah, it
biggest
does.
artist in the
That's what we're saying.
Taylor Swift's global.
Oh,
United
global.
States
Yeah,
has
yeah,
high
global.
chances
She
to
is.
also be big in other countries,
Global.
including Japan and the other big markets.
That's
But
what
the
we're just
biggest
saying.
artist in Japan
Being big in America starts a domino effect. Other markets start paying
Yeah,
attention to you,
yeah.
which is what she was just saying. So if you get big in America, it's just going to create a
Yeah.
domino effect down the line.
Harry Styles is global. Logic isn't global yet.
No,
I would say Logic is American.
He's American.
Yeah,
He's
I wouldn't.
not global,
I wouldn't say he's global
unfortunately.
yet. Oh, Rihanna's global.
Rihanna's
are big in
Rihanna's
Japan
global.
only. Of course,
She a
there are a
billionaire,
few
dude. She
exceptions,
global.
but even those exceptions don't change the fact that you won't listen to the biggest artists from Japan, Germany, and France, in the US, in Latin America, or in every Asian country. The only music market that can do this is the one of the United States. This is why Billboard has 2 global charts, a global chart which includes the US, and other global chart which excludes the US, because the United States
Wow, it's
carries
so-
the global music
Yeah,
industry
exactly.
numbers.
Exactly.
The funny thing is that BTS charts well in both the global charts including the US and the global charts excluding the US. This is why BTS paved the way not only for the American
See, all those, and it's no disrespect to any Japan, United Kingdom, Germany, France, China. I think that's South Korea. I think that's Canada, Australia, and Italy. It's no disrespect to those
Definitely
countries.
not Jack Harlow.
They're all in competition with the United States.
100%.
They're all in with America. It's just a fact.
Right?
Yeah, Jack
Linkin
Jack
Park.
Harlow's not global yet. He's. I want to say Chris Brown's global. Chris Brown been around for a long time. He's been doing this since he was like 16.
I don't know what their sexual preferences are, but it doesn't matter, honestly.
Yeah. I don't.
Even if they
I
are,
mean,
honestly, it wouldn't matter.
if you're gonna have all 7 members of BTS be gay, I still listen to them.
Oh, yeah.
They make good ass music.
The music they put out is phenomenal. It doesn't matter what their sexual preference is.
I
What they
would
do in
s-
the bedroom doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I don't care. I just care about
I would say Linkin Park.
that they're honest.
Yeah, Linkin Park, I believe, is global.
what they
Backstreet
bring to
Boys
the
is
table.
American huge. I wouldn't say they're global.
Nah,
music
yeah.
market, but also for the global music market. BTS
Snoop
is
Dogg for
huge
sure.
in all of these
Oh, Snoop Dogg's
countries,
global.
not just
Everybody knows
South
Snoop
Korea
Dogg.
and the United States. They are the biggest
Exactly, Elena.
artists, not group artists. In Japan's Spotify, they sold out Wembley Stadium twice in the UK.
Damn.
They are the only Korean act to have #1 albums in Germany. They're the only Korean group to sell out
What?
Stade de France. And this also happens in other countries with smaller music markets. It
See,
was
these ain't no small ass arenas,
You
man.
know what? I was listening to something the other day where somebody was saying they were watching a video where Metallica was playing and they sold out a stadium and no one's ever going to do that again. I'm like, BTS did that like a month ago.
Yeah. What do you?
BTS, but then I was thinking about it. BTS might be the only ones right now that can sell out a stadium like that. If you tell me that there's 100,000 seat stadium, BTS might be one of the only bands right now that could actually sell out that 100,000 seat stadium.
Yeah, because you're gonna have people coming from other countries.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'll be in there too.
I don't even know if Eminem right now would fill 100,000 seat stadium. Well, he would, to be fair. But who would sell out quicker if their tickets went up at the same time, BTS or Eminem?
Oh, BTS.
Exactly.
BTS would sell.
Exactly.
But you're also looking at two different fan bases.
Two different fan bases, different genres, and everything.
Completely.
Only after BTS performed in Saudi Arabia when K-pop groups decided to also perform in Saudi Arabia. BTS paved the way for K-pop to...
Drake's global just because he's a lover boy. It's known as lover boy.
Oh yeah, bro. The only reason why Drake sells the way he does, he got a giant ass female fan base, and that's no disrespect to women. It's just a lot of his songs are like a lot of his hits are poppy R&Bs.
Yeah, that's just, and no disrespect to him. He figured out a way.
Exactly. Yeah, he figured out an audience.
We're doing good, Isaac.
Doing good. How about you? Oh yeah, don't interrupt Alina during Blite Media time.
Yeah, can't ignore Mama.
Can't ignore Mama.
No, that's why she got the face. It's like, oh damn.
to have some visibility in every country of the world. Thanks to them, K-pop has grown everywhere, and there are now K-pop festivals around the world, and K-pop albums are more easily distributed everywhere.
Like, bro, these aren't like no little these aren't like no like theaters off the highway shit. These are like, you can set up like humanitarian shelters up in these.
Truly honored to be on this stage with such amazing, tremendous artists right over here.
Another argument against is that each group has paved their own way. And what people say about this is that K-pop idols worked very hard on passing all the auditions they had as part of the idol training system, and they practiced a lot to strengthen their talents and get their achievements. Again, that is not paving the way. Paving the way is making it easier for others to do something. So if I say XYZ group paved their own way, I'm saying XYZ group made it easier for themselves to be known in the global music industry. And this is just not true, because the road is already paved. So how did they make it easier for themselves and others? I could argue that
that's, if you say that they made it easier themselves, which would make sense, but how did they make, with the wording it makes sense, but how do you make it easier for yourself if the way is already been paved?
I be laughing at BTS because when you see them getting acceptance at an award show, they try hard to be so humble, because every time someone calls their name as the winner, they all look at each other like, "Oh, we won?
Oh shit!
Oh, we? Oh, we? You call us?"
the complete opposite. I could say that BTS were the only ones who
love
paved their own
that.
way, and this has to do with BTS's musical influences and hardships. If you really want to attribute BTS's path to someone else, attribute it to the artists that actually inspired their music, art, and movement, which is black music, genres like hip-hop and R&B, dance styles like breakdance, legendary rappers and singers who take pride in writing their own songs, who like talking about their personal struggles and experiences. This is not to say that K-pop hasn't also been inspired by black music.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you look like an iPad game.
K-pop may sound and look like black music, but the purpose of the genres got lost. With some exceptions, of course, K-pop groups are not inspired by these genres anymore. They don't pay for the samples they use, and they don't
I laugh anytime someone says black music, because they're automatically referring to just say fucking hip hop.
You know, I kind of was like, wait, did I hear black?
Yeah, I'm laughing like, damn, we still on this?
Right. I don't know. Maybe I misheard.
Oh
Then
my!
they're confirming it. That's what she said.
I laugh. I'm like, yep, you're talking about it. Just say hip hop. Everybody knows what the hell you're talking about.
Yep.
Recognize the musicians who are actually composing their music. They just want the aesthetic. This is why there are many K-pop rappers wanting to look like Rihanna, but not even knowing what genre she does. On the other hand, BTS have been actual fans of hip-hop artists since they were kids, and they were actually inspired by them. This is why they've always paid homage to their influences by mentioning their
Damn, look at the hip. Wow.
Damn. Okay. No, it's J. Cole,
Top five.
JC, Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg.
On all their songs.
Oh, I thought when they meant joke is not taking it serious. I think joke they mean trolling because you can't put Eminem as a joke.
No, joke rapper.
Damn.
Oh, like
Cypher. This might be the name of their songs too, actually. Where they're inspired by them.
Oh, those are the songs. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, hip hop. Okay. So the inspiration influenced those.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So these are all the influences on all their songs.
Oh, that's what it's. Mic drop.
With Snoop Dogg.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
wow, man, that's awesome.
See a lot of Eminem up there.
A lot. Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Butter, Michael
See how-
Jackson.
Kanye.
Elton John. There's that right there.
Of course, Jay-Z, J. Cole, and Nas.
The Notorious B.I.G. Nice. Okay.
idols in songs, paying for the
For a
samples they
second, I thought
use,
it was
and
them about
crediting
their
them,
style.
showing
Yeah,
their
same,
pictures
yeah.
in concerts,
It's
and
the
even
part
making
two. That's
documentaries
song.
It's the
featuring
song,
them in
yeah.
their voices. All of this while also prioritizing their own message, lyricism, and creative ways. BTS took the basics of these genres to express their own voices and create their own unique path in the music industry. This is how you pave your own way. BTS didn't have the platform, but they had the talent, determination, creativity, and real love for music. For a K-pop group to pave their own way, they will have to walk through a path they paved by themselves, and that's not what they're doing. They only take the opportunities that BTS gave them. Finally, the last argument against the idea that BTS paved the way is that they actually opened the door and closed it, or that they paved the way for themselves and then closed the road for everyone else. They say this is because BTS's popularity is so big that no matter how hard others try, K-pop acts will always be in the shadows of BTS. And I believe that can be true, but only when you treat the road as a way to instant BTS level of success. The road BTS
If you're trying to look at it as you want to be as big as BTS, you're always going to be in BTS's shadow because you're always chasing.
Yeah, don't try to chase them. Do your own thing.
If you're trying to look at it like, okay, we're going to follow the BTS model, but we're going to be our own.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be in their shadow. You know what I mean?
Like, as much as things get confusing, and as much as like copycats and nonsense gets passed around, if you remain authentic, eventually you're gonna get the recognition you deserve.
Exactly.
There are still enough
100%.
people who have
Even
the
that.
common sense to acknowledge authenticity. If you just keep it real and don't try to fake anything, people are gonna give you the respect you deserve.
Exactly.
BTS paved is not a road to be BTS. It's a road to have visibility in the global music
that's
market,
manic.
but you still
Exactly.
need to work hard to create your own artistic
Yeah,
identity.
have your-
The
yeah,
road is
for real.
paved, but you
Manic,
still need to
straight
run.
Have your own identity as an artist.
The road,
God.
like she just said, the road is paved, but you still need to run.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Just because they showed you how to do it doesn't mean you can just walk through it.
Yeah,
You still need to put the effort in to do it.
exactly.
In other words, K-pop now has visibility in the Western music industry because K-pop groups now get invited to American TV and award shows. They now have American tours and albums on Target shelves. But they still need to make themselves different from BTS because the best at being BTS are BTS. And no matter how hard K-pop tries, they won't beat them. This is why the K-pop groups' attempts of being recognized as the next BTS try so hard to have the exact
stop
same
doing that.
achievements BTS had. They want to get the exact same records. And again, that is treating the road as a way to BTS's level of popularity.
Exactly. You're trying to be BTS. If you're trying to follow exactly in their footsteps
Yeah,
and win
don't-
the awards,
don't do
win this,
that.
you're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah, don't do that.
Do it.
Don't do that.
Because now you have so many people trying to do what you
Exactly.
There's so much.
Yeah, don't be.
It's,
Can't do that.
if a group comes along and is good enough to That's great.
Cool.
But you shouldn't be striving to do it because BTS did.
Exactly. Do your own thing.
It should come naturally. You should just be putting the work in, and if the awards come, they come.
Facts. I agree with that.
But you shouldn't be saying, "Oh, I got to do this because BTS won it. If I don't do this, I'm screwed because I'm not going to be able to get to the next step."
Facts.
That,
Facts.
Not as an
that's a tough spot to put
It is,
yourself in.
yeah. The pressure.
opportunity to have visibility in the global music market. But there are some who do understand what this new road BTS gave them is about.
They paved the way. You have to admit, they paved the way.
The majority of K-pop acts don't really say anything at all about BTS's popularity and the opportunities they gave them. It should be obvious, but they act like BTS doesn't exist or like they are just another K-pop group. This has something to do with their labels controlling them and their image. However, there are some who do admit that BTS paved the way for them, and the ones who say it simply take the opportunity that BTS gave them, say thank you, and move on with their careers. They know that competing against
Which is all you
BTS
need to
is
do.
useless.
Yeah. You ain't got it. That's what I'm saying.
You can be like, "Thank you, you guys. They're the reason I have the opportunities I have."
You don't got to kiss their feet on the throne or something like damn.
But I'm making my own career.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm
Nothing
getting
wrong with that.
opportunities now because of what they did, but I'm my own.
Exactly. I'm my own person.
Thank you for the path, but I'm paving it. I'm moving my own.
Exactly.
So they do their best to use the global platform BTS gave them to showcase their talents. Starting with the founder of K-pop, Seo Taiji. 25 years had to pass for Seo Taiji to recognize another socially conscious Korean artist he could pass the torch to and proclaim as his successor. In 2017, Seo Taiji asked BTS to remake his classic Come Back Home and told them, "This is your generation now." Another popular group from the first generation is Shinhwa. When talking about Korean entertainment agencies and the difficulty in balancing promotions in Korea and in the US, a member from Shinhwa said,
물론 이런 모든 고정관념을 깬 게 저는 BTS라고 봐요. 그래서 이제 저도 생각이 좀 바뀌고 있긴 한데 그래도 BTS한테 조금 이제 원하는 거. 그래도 한국 팬들을 가끔 생각을 해주셔서.
Rain, another singer from the first generation, appeared on a show where the interviewer said that the BTS promoted in the US thanks to Rain, but he responded, "They became successful because they worked really hard on their own. It has nothing to do with me." Some K-pop fans say that the second generation...
That's respect.
Yeah,
the first generation guy that had been there and be like, "Oh, you're the reason they got there," and they were like, "No, they did it themselves.
Yeah,
It had nothing
exactly.
to do with me."
True shit.
That is legit. Because when you're an OG like that, it's real easy, especially in an interview. Yeah, of course I'm the reason they got there.
Yeah, no. They worked for their own shit.
They earned that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's legit. That is legit.
Generation paved the way, including groups like Wonder Girls. But this was what Sungmi from Wonder Girls said in 2019. In an interview she had for Billboard, a K-pop journalist tried to credit this group for the increased global popularity of K-pop. The interviewer said, "It's partially because of the groundwork laid by you and Wonder Girls." But Sungmi responded, "No, BTS." Yubin, another member from Wonder Girls, also said that since they also promoted in the American music industry, she feels more sympathy and pride for BTS because it was really difficult when Wonder Girls tried to enter that industry. After Beast, a second-generation group, was noticed in a foreign country, someone asked if it was because of K-pop, but a member of the group responded, "No, thanks to BTS." K-pop singer Ailee also said, "We K-pop artists are really proud of them because we know how hard it is to make it in the industry. The fact that they opened up these doors and cleared the way for us, it's a huge hope for us." Singling out BTS, Psy said BTS achieved Gangnam Style's unfulfilled dreams since they got permanence and persistence, as well as 6 number 1 songs in the US, while Psy's Ice Peak was number 2. Moving on to the third generation, the K-pop group KARD said that the reason why they are receiving such a pleasant response overseas is because their sunbaes or seniors, BTS, have paved the way really well. One member also said, "There's so many things we can learn from them, so we're looking towards them with respect. I feel that BTS has created a genre of their very own." Members from Astro, SF9, and 17 had also said that they have a lot to learn from BTS, referencing how BTS's achievements in the West helped them. The group Big Tan said, "Back then, there was no precedent like this. It was something that could only be imagined. BTS went to the Billboard Music Awards and achieved a great result. So we thought, wow, it's something that's actually possible. It seems to have made us work a bit harder." A member from G-Idol said, "Since BTS did help and introduce so many people to so many artists, we're influenced by them too. We would like to also..."
See, that's just proof right there that it was the major labels that didn't want to make it look like that BTS did it because they wanted to make it look like, no, we're the ones that drive the industry.
Yeah.
We can't give BTS credit. You guys can't credit BTS.
Bro.
But when you have so many artists coming out that are no matter what are still giving them credit, you know who actually gets the credit.
That's so much humility, man.
But that's again, those are the egos of the executives.
Yeah,
like, we did it. No, you didn't.
You didn't do nothing.
You almost destroyed it because nobody did it until BTS got it.
Yeah.
Also strive for a similar path. A member from Monsta X said, "They really paved the way for us and other K-pop acts. They made way for us to participate in the United States music industry. I don't know if we'd be able to do the things we're doing right now without them." Another member said, "BTS paved the way, so I think it's been a little smoother for us." A member from Luna said, "We got a lot of attention only because of our Sunbeams, BTS, who paved the way for K-pop."
BTS. Yes, I would say they definitely open up the gate for everybody.
Okay, that's in the video. I wasn't sure if that's okay.
They're legends. They paved the way. You have to admit, they paved the way. Anyway, mad respect to BTS.
진짜 사실 미국 쪽에는 저희가 이렇게 K-팝이 인기가 있어질 거라고 생각을 못했어요. 근데 이렇게 이제 방탄소년단 선배님들께서 먼저 이렇게 열어주셔가지고 저희도 조금 더 알릴 수 있는 기회가 되지 않을까 싶어서 되게 감사하고 저희도 더 미국 활동을 해보고 싶다는 생각도 하게 돼요.
Helena Kosinski, the vice president at Nielsen, an information and data measurement firm, said BTS opened the floodgates for K-pop and that BTS makes K-pop become a mainstream trend on the global market. South Korea's culture minister praised BTS for providing a way forward to K-pop. The vice president and chief operating officer of the Korea Creative Content Agency stated K-pop has skyrocketed since BTS's popularity surged, creating jobs not only for BTS and their—
Dude, if I was a member of BTS, I'd be living in a hole. Cause like that's just too much, man. I'd be a hermit.
The amount of pressure that must be coming down on those men.
That's what I'd be a hermit. I wouldn't want like I'm just human. I'm just a human.
Dude, being in the military must be easy for them right now.
Oh, bro, you know, like, oh man, that's just.
team,
That's
but
too much
other
pressure.
K-pop idols as well. And the then president of South Korea, Moon Jae-in, said that BTS are the pride and future of South Korean culture and named them as the special presidential envoy for future generations and culture. Also, when talking about innovative strategies to communicate directly with fans, he said,
"Yeah, that's because they own like a section of your economy. They like run a section of your entire economy.
What's the percentage? Is it 3%?
Like 3.5 in their their
GDP.
GDP is not. I mean, it's not like South Korea's economy is like. It's like they own.
3%.
Even if me and Vito, us three, had owned like 3.5% of like America's economy, that's a lot for us. I'm not, but like this compared to the size of South Korea to the size of the United States, that's like owning the country.
Well, if we own 3% of the American economy, we would be owning like lots of countries. America's economy is the largest economy in the world.
True.
If we had 3% of America's economy is no comparison to 3% of South Korea's economy.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of dude. If we were generating 3% of America's economy,
dude.
You guys would be seeing us every single day.
Dude, holy crap, man.
And we'd probably be live 8 hours a day, every day.
Dude. Oh, that's like, that's that dumb. That's that dumb. Like, you just got, that's living on money. That's like
BTS
breathing in.
Yeah, Lena said their GDP went up.
Hyundai Santa
That's
Fe
like,
versus
that's,
Honda
I'd be scared to have that much money. I'd be scared.
No. But the country needs them to generate that.
Dude, I would be scared to have that much money, honestly.
So there are definitely a lot of K-pop acts who give BTS their credit, but like I said, there are many who don't. These are usually K-pop acts being pushed to be the next BTS. And what they like to do is mention goals like Billboard and Grammys, but only crediting second-generation groups as their inspiration, or even saying that they are the ones paving the way for others.
We had other artists that's been going overseas and doing what we're doing. So I guess we grew up watching them, thinking, we wish to be the group that opens up the door for more
other foreign artists too.
To spread their music.
But still, the majority mention other groups that inspire their goals and don't address BTS at all, even when these goals were only achieved by BTS. So why is it so difficult to accept it?
방탄소년단.
BTS.
I don't really like the "they are just jealous" response because it can be seen as a lazy response. But in this case, I really believe it all comes down to that one reason, jealousy.
Yeah.
In the case of K-pop fans, the majority of the ones who deny that BTS paved the way were fans of the second generation of K-pop, who feel that saying that BTS paved the way for K-pop erases the second generation's achievements. And like I said, as hurtful as it is, BTS gave K-pop opportunities that the first and second generation couldn't. But the jealousy also comes from K-pop groups and labels who have been privileged their entire career. No matter how much of a mess the group is, the groups on the big three are guaranteed to have a successful career. This is why the biggest groups before BTS were always from the big three. Nowadays, the groups from the big three have the same impact as they had before BTS's global popularity, but they are nothing in the global music market when compared to BTS.
Exactly.
Bro, this is...
BTS shattered the big three dynamic, essentially. So yes, if you're part of the big three, you're going to have a great career. But BTS is destroyed the global dynamic. They proved that you don't have to be from the big three to be the biggest.
Nah.
Because they came from a small label and became bigger than anything that the
You got to grind hard and be yourself.
Well, they're just proof that if you do what you're told and listen, yeah, you'll be famous. But if you let you be creative and do it your way, you're going to be great.
Yeah.
You might get fame and money and you be known, but you're not going to be an individual. You're not going to achieve greatness.
I see what you're saying.
You're going to stay within the box they want you to be in.
When you this is what happens when you are honest, humble, and you work really hard. This is what happens.
Yeah. Right.
You know, people see that. That's why I love BTS. Is because who they are.
So whenever single time you get up there, you want to be better than
not because they're popular. It's because who they are. Because the songs they bring to the table is meaningful. You know, they always think about their fans all the time. They always want to strive for better every time. You know.
Yeah, they're never satisfied.
Exactly, they're never satisfied. They want to bring the best of what they have to their fans, and I love that about them.
It hurts the big three even more because BTS and their label used to be nobodies compared to these agencies. Even until this day, the three biggest K-pop labels have a crazy amount of power in the Korean entertainment industry. They basically run most K-pop platforms, TV networks, and media in general, giving their K-pop groups the advantage of having more screen time, more positive reviews, more news coverage about them. This is why BTS, even with all the money they've contributed to their label and South Korea's economy, are still to this day being banned, lied about, and sabotaged by the industry. It's not just about money, it's about power. BTS and therefore
hype. In Korea, they're actually still trying to be blacklisted and stuff because they can't believe the fact that big hits bigger than them. But because they have the conglomerate, they control the entertainment industry essentially.
That's crazy. Hype got a lot of money, but they don't have the power.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Have a lot of money, but they don't have the power. They don't have connections with Korean TV networks and media like these other Korean entertainment agencies do. BTS are the biggest group in the world, but the news cover their achievements the least amount of times they can because it doesn't benefit them.
보도가 돼요. 그러면 우리가 흔히 알고 있는 소위 대형 기획사의 아이돌이 그것보다 사실은 못 미치는 어떤 활약을 보였을 때 미디어에 보도되는 양이나 그 커버되는 범위를 보시면 확연히 차이가 납니다. 재밌는 부분이고
실제 그렇구나.
실제로 그렇다는 것이 저도 이제 알게 됐어요. 그런 것들이 이미 팬들 사이에서는 잘 알려져 있고 이번 그래미 같은 경우 어떻게 들어가냐면 주요 부문에서 등극에 실패했다라고 한다든지 대체적으로 그런 경향이
아무리 마이너 장르라도 그래미 후보에
탑에 올랐다고 하지.
So K-pop labels and sometimes their K-pop groups refuse to accept that BTS paved the way because they couldn't, even when they had all the power and money from the start to do it. They are jealous that 7 nobodies from a nobody agency grew bigger than them, so they refuse to accept reality. This attitude from K-pop groups is also reflected in the way it's become harder for BTS to find friendly people in the industry.
근데 이제 그때부터 이제 친구도 없고 이러다 보니까
친구가 없어요.
네. 핸드폰이 이 전화번호 목록을 찾아보면 연예인 친구가 10명이 안 돼요.
진짜?
대부분 사람들도 이제 저희 부담스럽다고 친구로도 잘 안 알아주더라고요.
진짜?
And you can show me all the K-pop groups on the big three interacting with BTS, but almost none of these compilations feature interactions with BTS after the real global massive success. It used to be fun when BTS were nobodies or just the biggest in K-pop, but now that BTS is the biggest group in the world, K-pop labels envy that, and they don't want their groups to interact or even mention them. This is why BTS's friends from the industry are mostly indie artists who are not trying to compete against BTS.
That's crazy.
I really don't like the way it has become controversial to say that BTS paved the way, because if you really think about it, it's not that big of a deal. The phrase doesn't imply that BTS are better than every other K-pop group, and although I actually believe they are the best group ever, you can't think the complete opposite and still be able to agree with me, because the phrase only means that BTS gave opportunities for K-pop to be recognized globally. So learn a little from BTS and pay tribute to the ones who help you be where you are today. And if you don't want to mention them at all, that's also fine. Just don't be delusional and jealous. K-pop fans, as well as K-pop labels and groups, shouldn't be hurt by the fact that BTS paved the way. It's not an insult to your group. It's a sea full of opportunities to be seen and recognized in the worldwide platform BTS created.
That's crazy. Oh, shit. I dropped the mouse. My shit probably broke. Hold on.
Little technical bit.
Hold on. I knocked the mouse off.
You didn't get a little excited.
Got a little something, my bad. I didn't realize the mouse was that close to my hand. My bad. Swatted it off the table. We're operational. There we go. No, but for real though, they paved the freaking way.
Yeah, they did.
Like you can't.
Real simple.
Like, what are you gonna say? Like
BTS paved the way.
Like it's not a crime.
That's not saying they were the first ones to do.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they didn't create K-pop, obviously, but they were the first ones to make it worldwide.
Exactly.
And they showed everybody else how to do it.
Exactly.
They even showed the big three how to do it.
Hey, get that jealousy out of your heart.
All right, everyone, that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe, blow us up. Y'all know what to do.
Thanks for stopping and spending some time with us today. Hit that notification bell and give us a share because it does help the channel out.
Please and thank you.
And thanks for watching.
Hey, we'll see y'all on the next one.
Later, y'all.